Welcome to Farming Aid.
Regenerative grazing is changing the way farmers and landowners think about livestock, soil health, and long-term land restoration. In this video, we explore how heritage breed pigs along with hardy goats are being used as powerful natural tools for brush management. Instead of relying on heavy machinery or chemical herbicides, regenerative farmers are turning to these resilient heritage breeds to clear invasive plants, reduce wildfire risk, improve pasture quality, and rebuild living soil. If you are interested in regenerative agriculture, sustainable livestock systems, pasture restoration, silvopasture, or practical brush control solutions, this video will show you how heritage breed pigs and goats can become your most valuable partners in land regeneration. Among pigs, the American Guinea Hog stands out as a calm, efficient forager with a natural instinct for rooting and grazing. Historically raised in the southeastern United States, this smaller-framed breed thrives on pasture and woodland systems. When introduced into brushy or overgrown areas, American Guinea Hogs use their snouts to disturb compacted soil, uproot invasive plants, and expose dormant seed banks. Their rooting behavior, when managed carefully through rotational systems, becomes a controlled form of soil aeration rather than destructive tillage. Another powerful example is the Ossabaw Island hog, a breed that developed on a barrier island off the coast of Georgia. Descended from Spanish pigs brought to the Americas centuries ago, Ossabaw Island hogs adapted to harsh conditions with limited feed. Their resilience and ability to thrive on diverse forage make them ideal for challenging environments. In regenerative grazing, they are often used to clear dense undergrowth, particularly in areas where mechanical clearing would be expensive or environmentally disruptive. European heritage pigs also contribute to regenerative brush management. The Mangalitsa, known for its thick curly coat and ability to withstand cold climates, performs exceptionally well in silvopasture systems. In wooded environments, Mangalitsa pigs forage on acorns, roots, and shrubs. Their slower growth rate compared to commercial breeds aligns well with regenerative goals, as they spend more time interacting with the landscape, gently disturbing soil and integrating organic matter through manure deposition. Similarly, the large black pig is recognized for its docile temperament and excellent grazing ability. Originating in the United Kingdom, this breed was historically raised outdoors. Large black pigs are particularly effective in wet or marginal soils where heavy machinery would cause compaction. Their ability to convert rough forage and brush into high-quality pork while contributing to soil turnover makes them valuable in land restoration projects. When pigs are managed through high-density, short-duration grazing systems, their natural behaviors become tools rather than problems. Instead of allowing pigs to continuously root one area into bare ground, regenerative farmers use mobile fencing to control their movement. Pigs are placed in a specific section for a limited time, encouraging them to clear brush and lightly disturb the soil surface. After they are moved, the land is given adequate rest to recover. During this rest period, exposed seeds germinate, organic matter decomposes, and plant diversity often increases. Goats bring a different but equally important set of skills to regenerative brush management. Unlike pigs, goats are browsers rather than grazers. They prefer woody plants, shrubs, vines, and invasive species over grasses. This makes them uniquely suited for controlling vegetation that cattle and sheep typically avoid. The Spanish goat is a prime example. Descended from goats brought to the Americas by early Spanish explorers, Spanish goats developed strong parasite resistance and the ability to thrive on sparse forage. In overgrown pastures, they target multiflora rows, blackberry thickets, and other woody invaders that reduce pasture productivity. The Kiko, developed in New Zealand from feral and dairy goat genetics, is another breed valued for hardiness and growth on pasture. Kiko goats are often used in large-scale brush control projects because they require minimal supplemental feed and demonstrate strong maternal traits. In regenerative systems, they are rotated through brush-heavy zones, stripping leaves and bark from invasive shrubs. This repeated defoliation weakens unwanted plants over time without the need for chemical herbicides. In Europe, the Kashmir goat has also been integrated into regenerative landscapes, especially in rugged terrain. Although primarily known for fiber production, Kashmir goats are efficient browsers. Their ability to navigate steep slopes and rocky ground makes them valuable in areas where machinery cannot safely operate. By reducing woody encroachment, they help maintain open grasslands and decrease wildfire risk. The interaction between pigs and goats within the same regenerative system can be especially powerful. Goats typically go first, reducing dense brush and stripping leaves from shrubs. This opens up sunlight to the soil surface and encourages grass regrowth. Afterward, pigs may be introduced to root out remaining woody stems or disturb compacted patches. Their manure adds nutrients, and their soil disturbance can create microsites for seed germination. When followed by a rest period and possibly the introduction of grazing ruminants, the land often responds with improved plant diversity and stronger forage production. One of the key benefits of using heritage breed pigs and goats is their adaptability to local climates. In dry regions, hardy goats such as Spanish and Kiko types can travel long distances for forage and tolerate heat. In colder climates, pigs like Mangalitsa handle winter conditions without excessive housing infrastructure. This reduces the need for energy-intensive barns and external feed inputs, aligning with regenerative principles of reducing reliance on fossil fuels and synthetic inputs. Soil health improvement is one of the most measurable outcomes of well-managed regenerative grazing. When pigs lightly root and goats deposit manure across brushy landscapes, organic matter begins to increase. Microbial activity rises as decomposing plant material and manure feed soil organisms. Over time, this can enhance soil structure, allowing better water infiltration and reducing runoff. In regions prone to drought, improved soil organic matter becomes a critical asset, helping land retain moisture for longer periods. Another major advantage is biodiversity enhancement. Overgrown land often becomes dominated by a few aggressive plant species. By selectively browsing and rooting, heritage pigs and goats create space for a wider range of plants to establish. Native grasses, legumes, and wildflowers can reappear once competition is reduced. This, in turn, attracts pollinators, birds, and beneficial insects. The landscape becomes more dynamic and resilient. Fire risk reduction is increasingly important in many parts of the world. Dense brush and unmanaged undergrowth act as fuel loads during dry seasons. Goats have been used in fire-prone regions to create natural fire breaks by reducing vegetation density. Heritage pigs contribute by disturbing leaf litter and incorporating it into the soil. Compared to mechanical clearing or controlled burns, livestock-based brush management can be more flexible and repeatable throughout the year. Economically, integrating heritage breed pigs and goats into brush management systems can diversify farm income. Instead of viewing land clearing as a cost, farmers can generate revenue from meat, breeding stock, or specialty products like fiber. Heritage breed pork often commands premium prices due to its flavor and fat quality. Goat meat is widely consumed globally and continues to see growing demand. This dual-purpose approach, ecological restoration plus marketable products, strengthens farm resilience. Animal welfare also tends to improve in regenerative systems. Heritage pigs allowed to forage and root express natural behaviors that confinement systems suppress. Goats browsing diverse vegetation experience varied diets and stimulation. Health problems associated with intensive indoor production often decrease when animals live in well-managed outdoor systems. Lower stress levels can translate into stronger immune responses and reduced reliance on medications. However, regenerative grazing with pigs and goats requires careful planning. Overstocking or poor rotation can lead to erosion, excessive rooting, or overbrowsing. Temporary fencing, water access, and monitoring are essential. Timing matters as well. For example, allowing goats to browse invasive plants before they set seed can significantly reduce their spread. Moving pigs before soil becomes excessively disturbed maintains the balance between beneficial disturbance and degradation. Community-scale projects are also emerging where heritage goats are used to manage municipal lands, parks, and utility corridors. Instead of relying solely on herbicides or heavy equipment, local governments contract goat herds to clear vegetation. In some regions, heritage pigs are used in orchards or vineyards during specific seasons to manage weeds and incorporate organic residues. These applications demonstrate how traditional breeds can solve modern land management challenges. Climate resilience is another dimension worth considering. Regenerative systems that include diverse livestock species tend to be more adaptable to extreme weather events. If drought reduces grass growth, goats can rely more heavily on woody browse. If mast crops such as acorns are abundant in a given year, pigs can capitalize on that resource. This flexibility buffers farmers against feed shortages and market volatility. Culturally, preserving heritage breeds also protects agricultural history. Breeds like the American Guinea Hog, Ossabaw Island Hog, and Spanish Goat represent centuries of adaptation and human stewardship. By integrating them into regenerative brush management, farmers are not only restoring land but also safeguarding genetic diversity. This diversity may prove invaluable as agriculture faces uncertain climatic and economic futures. The visual transformation of land managed with heritage pigs and goats can be dramatic. What begins as dense, impenetrable brush gradually shifts into a mosaic of grasses, forbs, and scattered shrubs. Sunlight reaches the soil. Wildlife returns. Streams run clearer as erosion decreases. The process is not instant, but over multiple grazing cycles, the cumulative effect becomes clear. For content creators and farmers sharing this journey, the story resonates strongly with audiences seeking sustainable solutions. Viewers are often surprised to learn that pigs, commonly associated with confinement barns, can play a regenerative role on pasture and woodland. Goats, sometimes dismissed as destructive, reveal their potential as precise biological tools when managed thoughtfully. Regenerative grazing with heritage breed pigs and goats is not a silver bullet. It demands knowledge, observation, and adaptive management. Yet when implemented with intention, it offers a practical pathway toward healthier soils, reduced fire risk, improved biodiversity, and diversified farm income. By aligning animal behavior with ecological processes, farmers can work with nature rather than against it. Regenerative grazing with heritage breed pigs and goats shows us that land restoration does not have to rely on chemicals, heavy machinery, or high-input systems. By working with natural animal behavior instead of fighting it, farmers can turn rooting and browsing into powerful tools for brush control, soil improvement, and long-term pasture recovery. Breeds like the American Guinea Hog and Mangalitsa demonstrate how pigs can aerate soil and reduce invasive growth, while goats such as the Spanish goat and Kiko prove that targeted browsing can reclaim overgrown land naturally and efficiently. When managed with proper rotation and recovery periods, these animals do more than clear brush. They help rebuild organic matter, increase biodiversity, improve water retention, and reduce wildfire risk. At the same time, they provide high-quality meat and preserve valuable heritage genetics that modern agriculture often overlooks. Regenerative grazing is not just a trend. It is a practical, scalable approach that connects productivity with ecological responsibility. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content on sustainable livestock and rare heritage breeds, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments. Your engagement helps grow a community focused on smarter, more resilient farming.